Welcome to Subramani. This is a very difficult vlog which I am going to do because I am going to talk about the dark side of the BFSI. I've always been talking about this, but this is the worst, the pits that I'm seeing. A few months ago, or I would say maybe a year or two ago, I did a lecture for a lot of police women, young, smart police women in Maharashtra Police. And also once in a while, Meghna Doke of Lokmat talks to me, and she writes articles on personal finance, which could even be already appearing on my blog, and she translates into Marathi and puts it. So this brought a young police officer to call me and said, she was very apologetic right from the first call, saying, "I'm sorry, I'm taking your time, etc., etc. But I need some help. I need to buy some, I need to make some investments." She was earning about 6 lakhs of rupees. I'll save you the details, it doesn't really matter. And she has some borrowings which she has to repay, and she also wants to make some investment. Her husband's business is not doing too very well. So she is the breadwinner, and she earns about, like I said, about 6-7 lakhs a year. So that's her background. Now, she tells me that she wants to buy a term insurance. She wants to buy an insurance. So I said, that's fine, but there is something called term insurance, and that's the only insurance that you should buy, and be very careful where you're buying. Buy it online. So online she couldn't shortlist, so I shortlisted for her, and in the sense that I said, go to the HDFC website and try buying the HDFC policy. She goes online, she finds out that there is something called term insurance. Then there is fantastic help coming. Oh, I'm jumping the gun. Before that, she tells me that she lives in a particular city, and I say, okay, go to any financial agent. Now, if you see my how I am different from Pattu, is Pattu mentions that these are the people to whom you should go, etc. But I don't want to accept responsibility for naming somebody who may or may not be good, may or may not be competent, may or may not be honest. I don't know. So I will not recommend anybody. Right, so I'm not recommending my own blog to you. It's your choice. You have to pick it up, you have to read, and I can tell you that the only things that I have to sell are my training, and my training sells by itself, and the buyer is not necessarily the common man. I don't do open sessions. I have not done for a very, very long time. So that be it. Given all this background, this girl goes to, I said, go to any agent in your city. She goes to an agent who is pretending to be I would think an RIA, because, or an MFD or whatever. I don't even know when we see the facts. So he looks at her portfolio and says, oh, you have to repay all the loans, etc., which I had already told her on the phone. And after you repay the loans, you come to me and we will invest. Fantastic, that's it, done. And then his office starts chasing her for buying LIC Jeevananand, saying it's the best thing to buy since sliced bread, and so etc., etc. She calls me and I said, you've gone to an agent, you have not gone to an advisor, and you maybe an advisor today is so big and so rich that you can't afford to go to an advisor who will charge you 5,000-10,000 bucks. So I don't know. I don't know how she chose him, but that's her bitter experience of being chased for a LIC product, which is an endowment product. And then, so I said, don't go there. So I send her to HDFC Life. Fantastic. She goes online. Then HDFC Life says, do you want a term insurance with return of premium? And again she's confused, so she calls me and says, oh, te parat paise milnar hai ka? I'm using Marathi. I said, no, you don't need one with return of premium. You don't need one with riders. You just need a simple term insurance till your age of 55. Fantastic. She puts the phone down. Now again she goes, and now the second offer being made is, we have another policy where you have to pay only for 20 years, but it will cover you till your age of 85. So this girl is 35, so 35 to 55 she will pay for a policy which will cover up to 85. Give me a break, guys. Term insurance is only till a person has income, right? Till a person is earning, and that cash flow has to be ensured. This woman has a 3-year-old kid, so maybe she needs for another 20-22 years. By the time she will be 57, 58, and that's it. After that, she does not need any insurance, because it is presumed that the kid will start earning, her husband will start earning. As of now, she is the primary breadwinner, but don't try to give her insurance till she is 185 years of age. She needs it only till and I told her very clearly that it will be a 20-year term. Now they said, oh, this is a 20-year term, but it covers you till 85. I said, no, go and get another policy which is 20-year pay and 20-year cover. This looks like that story where a poor woodcutter goes into the forest and cuts the tree, and his axe falls into the river or pond, whatever, and then God comes out and shows him a golden axe and a silver axe, and then he says, no, this is not mine, this is not mine, and a third one is. Now this is what happens. I am unable to create a process by which people will be able to buy a simple product the way I think it should be. Now a lot of us have spent last 20 years explaining to people that they should buy term product. So the industry comes out with a super toxic product called term insurance with return of premium, or term insurance with limited pay and long cover. These are just different forms of endowment plans, right? And then you can make it as expensive as you want. You cannot compare, because somebody will say, oh, this covers only till the age of 83, we cover till the age of 172. Right? So coming out with toxic products has become the norm for the industry. The bigger the name, the dirtier the product that is being hawked to people. I felt terrible for this police woman, and if she were in Mumbai, I would have sat with her and done the thing. Unfortunately, she is not in Mumbai. She has loans to repay. Yes, she has got those priorities. So which means perhaps she won't be able to invest in a mutual fund in a hurry. So nobody is interested in talking to her. Everybody who meets her wants to sell her endowment plan. Luckily for me and luckily for her, she has not. She's apologetic, but she calls, and whenever she calls, this is what I have to tell her: that look, there are more criminals in our industry than the number of criminals she sees in her police station. Right? Here is a young policewoman earning 5-6 lakhs, which is not too much. It's enough to run her family. Husband's business is not doing well thanks to the coronavirus, Wuhan virus. I seriously don't know why she can't go and get a decent term insurance for 20 years. Whom do I have to send her to? The MD of HDFC Life? I am not singling out HDFC Life. HDFC Life is a choice that I made because it's a name that she's familiar with. Would it have been very different if I had sent her to ICICI? Would it have been very different if I had sent her to Max? I don't think so. And one person whom she met, unfortunately or fortunately, is a life insurance LIC agent who is now interested in selling her an endowment plan, and he's been chasing her, right? Give me a break. This is not the way the industry should be working. So I'm very happy to do videos now in Hindi and Marathi. Meghna Doke, please listen. And let's go and tell people what is the product to buy. When I say buy term insurance, I mean pure term insurance, no topping up, no nothing, no riders, no nothing, no refund, no pay for 5 years and get cover for 222 years, nothing, simple term insurance. So guys who are watching this, girls who are watching this, please understand, when I say term insurance, it means pure term insurance. If you're 30 years of age, a 25-year policy which will get over by the time you're 55, because I assume that your earning life will be over. If you're a doctor, maybe it is different, because at 55 you may still go borrow and put up a new hospital because you think you're going to work till 70. That's perfectly all right. But for anybody who is employed, and that is the guy whom I'm talking about today, or a woman whom I'm talking about today, for them they need only till the age of 50-55. By the time their spouse has already been provided for, their children are settled, they don't need more money. So don't try to book profits or don't try to make profits in a term insurance plan, right? I don't have any term insurance. I've come above the need for term insurance. I've come above the need for any life insurance. I still have a life insurance policy which is running, which is a ULIP. Right? Those days ULIPs had very low AMC charges, 0.8%, and there was nothing called a direct mutual fund. So yes, it was an attractively priced, good fund, well managed, and I think it's 0.8% or 0.75% charges, and they've not yet revised the charges. I'm very surprised, because given pressure from shareholders, I wouldn't be very surprised if they increase that by just 5 paise. I won't be very surprised if they increase it by just 5 paise and say we will increase it by 5 paise every year till we reach 1.5 or some shit like that, and then you're much better off buying the shares of those companies rather than the policies of those companies. Most AMC, I think the shares will do better than many of their units. So sometimes, or most times, it's better to be their shareholder than to be their customer. So I don't know how to help this poor police woman in a different city. I'm not naming everything, because then I don't want it to be traced and somebody comes back and says this is what happened, because this is her version and it's not authenticated by me. I've heard her, but I think she's a very sincere, honest police officer who's trying to buy a simple product, and our industry is not capable of giving it to her without a person like me standing with a stick and hitting the shit out of all the wolves which are trying to take her money away. Sorry guys, but I had to do this. Thank you.